Why? You're doing a video?
Well, not really. What are you doing?
I'm just computing Pastor Timmy's expenses.
Pastor Timio's expenses?
Yeah, my brother.
Your brother? No. Oh, don't say that. Don't let anybody know we're doing something for your brother.
My brother, you know. Oh, I got our topic now, okay? Our topic is about bloodline.
Bloodline.
What is bloodline? What is
you go.
bloodline? Nothing.
In relation to what?
About, because I read some comments saying that we only help our relatives, cousin, family. You know?
Well, it's a little bit difficult in the Philippines because you're all related, aren't you?
Aside from that, I just want to clarify things that it's not a matter of family, relatives, or those people who are in need. And just to give you a detail of what other people say, that what majority of what we help is just family. Oh.
Well, they're not my bloodline, are they? I mean, look at the colour of you and the colour of me. I mean, I'm kind of a peaky sort of pink.
Yeah.
Well, what about all of those people that come through on their motorcycles? And they come up on our road, in our bridge. Where are they going?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I not completely watch the videos because it's a little headache to me. Saying that
It's a little headache.
yeah, that the road that we made, the bridge is only we are the one who benefited, which is a lie. You know, because there are people passer on our property going to the rice field, and if you want on evidence, come here and look at the back. There are rice field there. Okay.
So, the people that use our property.
Yeah.
Is that the one that said to your mother, "Will the foreigner let me come through?"
Yeah.
Isn't that because some foreigners don't let?
Yeah,
They don't let free passage through their property. Is it?
Yeah, there are some like that.
Well, maybe it's because of.
For safety also, which we understand.
Well, yeah. What about those carabao? I mean, when they do a dump, it's like a mountain.
Yeah.
Not to mention it stinks.
What? Oh, yeah. It's a bloodline. Okay.
The bloodline.
Yeah.
Well, a bloodline.
What is the example?
Well, Talik is part of your bloodline.
Yeah.
And so
which
is
is
Balalut.
relatives.
You know why Balalut is your bloodline?
Because he's my nephew.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you have cousins, and then second cousins, and it gets wider and wider, and then finally they become friends, I suppose, or neighbours. But they're still coming through, aren't they?
Yeah.
And every time I used to say, when I was still being a foreigner, before I started learning, I used to say, well, they can't come through. I don't want them coming through on a bloody motorbike. I mean, what's all that about? And you said, well, you can't really stop them. I mean, they're neighbours. I said, well, that doesn't mean that they have to come through on a motorbike, does it? And you said, well, okay, well, and that's when we went through that elaborate, me making up a sign that said, no motorcycles.
Yeah, that's how it is. Our property, the road that we made through our GoFundMe in last January, I think July, and the bridge, we're not the only one who benefited. There are other families who bypass her and go to their...
Well, why? Just explain why we should let them come through on their motorbikes.
Yeah, because if they're not coming through in our area, they will go to the other sides, which is very, very far.
So they're using this as a shortcut.
Yeah.
Okay.
just to make sure, just to clarify about that.
Well,
Because sometimes majority there are some, or I think majority there are some others that just want to ride in, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't just want to ride round our yard or something, do they?
Yeah, just to give you an idea about just to answer, you know, just to answer you about things.
Oh God, don't start singing. You're going to ruin everything.
Yeah, about those says that we're only helping our family, which is not true. Okay.
Well, what is it?
Yeah.
It's about 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah. First is we help Desiree, the crippled Filipina lady.
Was she a cousin or something?
No.
So,
I just
but you knew her, didn't you?
I knew her because I think I'm first year high school and she's around maybe grade 5 or grade 6 like that. So, you know, just acquaintance, you just say hi, you know, like
Right.
that. You
So
meet in
she
school,
went
so
to
it's
the same-
schoolmates,
same
you know.
school.
And then when my brother Pastor Timio know about her because Pastor Timio went to their house to do a Bible study. Pastor Timio bring the case of Desiree that I think Desiree needs more of the house, you know, for the repair house.
Oh, I remember now. So when we went round there, we had a little difficulty, didn't we?
Yeah.
When they thought the mother was very staunch Catholic, and this brings us to what our mission was. Our mission was to offer help, was to bring help, and that help would not be restricted by religion
Yeah.
or colour or creed or beliefs or sex or age. You know, if you were really in need, and it was I don't know, sometimes it needs to be a case that really grabs you, you know, and we did do that. It was we went over there. Pastor Timio said, I think, you know, you should come over because I think this girl needs some help. So we went there, and there was the like a shell of a house there, wasn't there?
Yeah, and then we put a cladding on it. We put
Well, we did a bit more
finish
than
it.
that, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we put a cladding, we cement, we give the flooring, and then cover up the roofing into a corrugated iron. You know, so and buy what do you call it? Mattress.
Honey, you're doing it again. You're going to say something, and then you're asking me, what am I going to say?
Because sometimes I forget.
Honey, you're making
we
making
buy.
my nose bigger, and
It's really big.
when your nose is as big as mine, you don't want that.
Yeah, for Desiree, we finish his house. We put a cladding, we put a flooring, and then
Right,
we
what
put
we
a
did was-
corrugated iron.
What we did, if I may take over and get a, can you just draw breath for a moment?
Yeah.
Thank you. So what we did was we went in and we put 3 courses, we put a footing down and put 3 courses of hollow block around, and then we built a framework, and then we put the cladding on. We finally got to the cladding, which she starts with the cladding. Why do you start with something that we're finishing with? What are you doing?
I'm writing.
Well, how can you write in the dark?
It's enough light. Yeah, so that's
So that was the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one we buy her a bed, and then we buy her also a mattress. Then we give also around, I think, 16,000 plus a sack of rice.
A sack of
16,000
rice is
pesos
just
for her
over-
laboratory.
Yeah, just over 2,000 for the rice,
Yeah.
which we bought, because it's quite difficult to get up to her house, because she is about, what, a quarter or a third of a mile
Yeah,
from
like
the
that
road.
to the
So
road.
it's difficult, you know. Now that's what makes some
Yeah,
of
and
those
then-
jobs difficult.
And then Ma'am Tita also is sending $10 every month for her rice, you know.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, perhaps we should mention that it's not actually us that that does all this, is it? We're just
We're just the channel. We're not the
yeah.
hero. The real hero are those who are supporting us, those who trust us, and those who share their blessings to those people.
You who are watching
Yeah.
are the ones that are, like Beth says, you are the ones that are the heroes. And what we do is we just take all the glory at the front.
Yeah, so
some glory that is lately. I
so
can
after
tell you.
You're right. So after that, after
Well, anyway,
Desiree,
after the glory,
yeah, after Desiree, we saw Manong Rado's house. So Manong Rado, it's very clear in other of our videos.
no, now
on
wait
the-
a minute. After Desiree's, we went on to the paralyzed.
No, it's Manong Rado. It's Manong Rado. Okay?
No,
It's Manong Rado.
really?
Yeah.
Why don't I know that? Don't start hitting me with a damn pen.
Yeah, so after Desiree, it's Manong Rado. Manong Rado is my brother, you know. He got authentic
Authentic. What's
authentic
authentic?
child.
Authentic?
What do you call that?
You're
Authenticity.
doing it again. You're asking me what you're going
Yeah,
to say.
he has a boy, my nephew, a brother of Balulot, you know. So we tell his story, and then
He has a disabled child,
Yeah.
and this is a really tough life that he has, you know, because his wife is an occasional visitor in the house because she works away, which is the case in a lot of Filipino houses, but usually it's the husband that works away. But in this particular case, it was the wife.
yeah,
So that was difficult, and you were asking about bloodline. Well,
yeah, he's my brother.
the reason that comes up is because people are saying, oh well, it's just wonderful. We just raise all this money and then do everything you need for Beth's relatives and their family. Well, you could say that, but like I said, we just go on need, and we're looking there. Plus, we make a video and tell the story. And we show the story, and then we step back and wait to see what happens. Well, in the particular case of Manarado, he was struggling to build a well, and we went down to the well where he'd actually dug the well, and he got it pretty well bricked up, but he was short on a few hollow block.
Yeah, the
So
hollow block.
we went out and we bought, I don't know, what was it, 10 or 12 hollow block.
Yeah, around that, and then also we there's a donor sent us $100 and says that use it whatever you think you can use.
Right, but as it was Manangrado, and he was, after all, your brother,
Yeah,
I messaged that donor.
yeah, you message the donor.
And I said, look, this is my brother-in-law, Beth's brother, and here's his story, here's the video. Can we buy him a pump for his well so that he can get water up to the house? Right now he's got this disabled child and doesn't have any water to the house. The man didn't take very long to say yes. He pretty well came back straight away and said, whatever you want to do is fine by me. And so he trusted us to make that judgment, and we did. And we went out, we bought a pump and delivered it to Manarado along with all of the accessories, and then we paid for someone to come in and fit it for him.
Yeah, and after we pictured Manong aside from that $100, there are also other donor who are touched on Manong life. So from the very beginning, we tell the story that this is my brother, so we're not hiding anything.
So
You know?
anyway, not to get into explaining ourselves, but other than to explain exactly what happens.
Yeah.
The way that it happens. Now, from requesting that we be given permission to use that $100 for Manarado, we ended up raising what people sent 20,000 pesos,
I think it's
and
around.
stipulated that it should be for Rado.
Yeah, I think. Wait, I'll check how much money we raised for Manong. Oh, we raised around 24,653.27 pesos, and
And that's what he was given.
yeah,
right?
So we put a water pump for him, which is
Yeah.
very useful because he's watering his plant, you know, for selling in the market. So thank you very much.
So anyway, there we went out and we used a truck and we got all the stuff that he needed. So that was one.
Yeah. After
And are you
that,
saying that the paralyzed man was next?
yeah, after that is the paralyzed man's house.
So what's the story on the paralyzed man?
What's the story?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Pastor Timio went to the paralyzed man's house to pray over, you know, and give some talk about the Bible, because the paralyzed man's house is bedridden, you know. So the kids of the paralyzed man's house and the granddaughter went to went to church of Timio, right, Pastor Timio. So and then with this, Terence decided to help Pastor Timio. It's just he will be the one to pick up the kids from their house and bring them back to their home.
Right.
You
I
know?
got to say that the three little girls came about because they lived in. There's 2 tumble down houses there. One was the paralyzed man, which was in a shocking state, and then next door, in another shocking state, was the house of the 3 little girls. And like one of the walls onto the bedroom wall was actually a piece of tarpaulin. So the thing is about to fall down. And Beth and I remember this because it created a huge effect on me.
Yeah.
But we were sitting outside the door of really what was a cellar with a dirt floor and a bamboo bed in it, and that's where the paralyzed man was, and he was bedridden, just a dirt floor. I mean, for someone in the West would be worse than a prison cell. And as we sat there, I remember saying to you,
yeah, you
can't
told
we
yeah, can we just buy
do
a cladding?
something?
Can we just buy a cladding for this?
No, we didn't say cladding, we said a bed.
Aside from the bed, first you want the cladding, and then later on
Wow.
with the bed, you know.
Gosh, your memory's worse than mine.
Yeah.
Look how your memories should be perfect.
Yeah, you says that. In fact, I says before we left to their house, I said to the wife of the paralyzed man, so it says, look, we plan to buy cladding, but I don't know when. I can't promise, but
said
that's
that
our
we'd
plan.
help.
You know, that's our plan to help, but I don't know when. But you know, because also of our what, our minimal income, you know, our minimal, you know, we want to help, but then how could we help?
We didn't have a lot of spare cash.
Yeah.
It's true to say. In fact, I think at that time we were still buying our motorcycle, weren't we? I got a feeling.
I think it's already finished.
Was it finished?
Yeah, we're paying our truck. Even now we're still paying monthly. Yeah, but our house we're still paying our debts that time of the bridge.
That's what the debt was.
Yeah.
I just remember that we had a debt. After we built the bridge, with the kind cooperation of Edgar, who is the owner of Ambercon Hardware, and he's the builder's merchant that we go to in Atafi, and he allowed us to run up a bill of, what was it, over 70,000
Yeah,
pesos.
around that, and we pay that every month, and thanks God we're finished last month.
Last
Yeah.
month we made the last payment.
Yeah, because we paid it 10,000, sometimes 8,000. So it depends on the remaining of Terrence's pension.
Yeah, so I have my UK pension, which is actually a disgrace to pensions, and then we have my US pension, which is just slightly less of a disgrace. But anyway, so we just had a little argument off the camera there, because we agreed that we weren't going to doing any explaining other than to educate people about how things are, and that's what we're doing. Well, anyway, we got on to actually doing the paralyzed man's house,
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, we built the paralyzed man's house. After that is the three little girls' house, which is the next, just very near, just in the next yard. So
Well, didn't we go straight on to building the three little girls'
yeah,
house?
right away after the paralyzed man's house, we built the three little girls' house. And if you want to ask if they're my bloodline, no, they're
Well, what
just.
about the paralyzed man?
It's not also.
He's not. And what about Desiree?
It's not also.
Oh gosh, we're running out of relatives here, aren't we? We're not running out of mosquitoes, I can tell you. Well,
Yeah.
Anyway, so we did the paralyzed man, and we did the
Three little
three
girls.
little girls. But actually, it was four little girls, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I
And
think among all those houses that we built, I think the most that touches me is the story of the the story of the three little girls' house. The three little girls, or the four. I think four.
It was four.
Yeah,
But when
because
that man in Australia, Kurt,
yeah,
when Kurt got in touch with us, he said, "I'm sending you $50, and I want you to take the three little girls and buy them dresses, and here's the $50." And that was our job. That was our commission. We as in that was what we were supposed to do. Not that was our cream off money.
yeah,
So we took the $50 and we went down there intending to take. Actually, we knew it was four little girls, so we went down there with the truck and we arranged that with the mothers and everything. Well, we're going to take the four little girls, and the mother of the four little girls says, "Does that include me?" And we said no. We didn't get any money for the dress for you. We just got it for
it's too
three
long
little girls.
now. Make it short there.
Make it shorter.
Yeah.
Well, you throw it away. You just say, "Oh, yes." Then we made the house of the paralyzed man, and then we did. Well,
No.
it wasn't that easy, was it?
Yeah, so
Was it?
let me talk so that
Oh,
it's shortcut. Yeah, the Sir Court sent a $50, and we bring the 7 kids to the mall, to the
now,
Alturas, to the town.
is anybody out there asking how did we get from 3 to 4 to 7? And she's not explaining that.
Yeah, because there are a neighbor. We bring the neighbor.
Well, there were other little
Yeah.
girls there. What are we going to do? Say, no, you're not included.
Yeah, so we
So-
bring them.
We ended up with 7 little girls,
Yeah.
and we took them to Alturas. This is not too long, is it, to say that we took them to Alturas?
Yeah, we took them to that Alturas mall and let them be the one to choose what they want, and we do a video for that.
And we
Thank
had a
you,
great
sir.
time because they went round and they looked at the sizes and they tried them on. It was wonderful. It was just so incredible to see the way that they took charge and they decided which dress that they wanted, and we didn't influence them in any way. And they just went down there and did it Filipino style. They put the dress and pulled it over their t-shirt and shorts or whatever they had on and tried it on.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Shortcut.
Haircut or what?
Shortcut.
Shortcut.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, so we built the three little girls' house, and I think among all those houses, I think the three little girls' house is the one that I most touched.
No, you've got to keep it. You've already said that, so try and keep it short, please.
Yeah, let me see. Because after we finish the house, the mother says to me, "Thank you," because we will not, because there are nights, where they raining, and then she's going to wake up the kids and put it in the other sides where there is no leaking of, for the rain. So
Well, their house consisted really of like one room, didn't it?
yeah, so they need to sit down there.
One room that was just a bit bigger than you needed to get a double bed in there.
Yeah, and also there are also times that they put an umbrella in the night, which is a little sad. So that's how we are. I'm going to close the laptop for a while. Yeah, so after
That was interesting.
after the three little girls' house, we go to Vini's house. And Vini is my brother. Oh,
No, the bloodline.
yeah, Vini is my brother. We show in the video, when we do the video, that he's my brother. You
And
know?
why should we help your brother?
Because their house is cracked. You know, he's not finished. He built a new house, but he can't afford to finish it.
Well, it was just like half a house, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It's amazing how in the Philippines you can live in half a house. Actually,
Yeah, so we finished.
actually,
Thank you so
we're
much.
living in half a house.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. He's my brother, okay?
He ain't heavy. He's her brother.
Yeah, can't do. After that is Nisa, the fragile Filipina beauty.
Ah, joy. Ah, the saga of Nisa,
Yeah, we built
the
her.
fragile Filipina. Oh, God.
We build her a house. We bring her 3 times to Cebu for laboratory. We bring her. We buy some groceries for her and some foods.
And
You
the
know,
medication.
Medications. We bring. And then we build her a house. We buy her mattress. We buy her
Her bed.
bed. We
Sheets and
Yeah, and
pillowcases.
also water
What about-
connection,
what
solar
about-
lights.
what about Tita?
Yeah, and also a cooker
Tita.
and a cylinder from Ma'am Tita. Thank you very much for that. She has a comfort room CR, so that it's easy for her. So Nisa, she got everything.
Yes, good luck.
Yeah.
God bless you.
So Nisa
And
is
then-
not, just to clarify, Nisa is just a friend,
Oh, she's
acquaintance
not
friend.
a relative?
No, he's not she's not a
Okay.
relative. I asked Nanay about it, and Nanay said no.
She has to ask her mother whether is that person related to us, Mom?
And Nanay said no. So I know her because when I went to school, when I was studying in elementary and high school, we passed their house, so that's why I know her, because every time we go down to the road, their house is in the other side of the road that we go down.
Now, how did we stumble across her?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. After
We got-
Nisa, right? So, we met Lisel and Dondon.
Before Nisa.
Yeah, before
not
Nisa.
after.
Before Nisa, Lisel and Dondon asked for help. When we're in the internet cafe uploading videos, I received a call from Lisel, and Lisel said to me, "Can I ask a favor? Can you help me? Because I heard that you help people." I says, what's about? And he says, about some groceries. And I said to her, okay, we're going to your house, but I don't know when, but I'll go to your house.
Now,
We're
as,
going to
as
your house.
usual, you've told like an eighth of the story. This lady, Lisel, right? She's married,
Yeah.
and she's married to a disabled man who I'm not quite sure what he has, but he doesn't walk very well and he doesn't talk very well, right? But they are married and happily enough, and they live in the house that used to belong to their parents before they died. Now, the woman, Lisel, works in the fields, in the rice fields, and had a miscarriage while working in the fields, and was now at a point of exhaustion. And the reason that she came to us was, she said, "Can you just help me to at least be able to feed my family for, say, a couple of months?"
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And everything went perfectly. We took a load of food around there to get them through the week or something, and we took them a bag of rice and, just the staples that they needed, and they were very, very grateful. And guess who was sitting there once when we went?
Yeah, so we pictured the I think. Oh, yes, we went to Lisel and Dondon to do a video, to interview, what do you want? How can we help? And then when we're there, Nisa was there at Lisel's place.
Nisa was at Lisel's.
Yeah, Nisa was at Lisel's place. And then when she came out to the door of Lisel, I didn't recognize her. Because of her change on, look. Not like before.
She was malnourished and very sickly, and I personally weighed her when we were in Cebu. There was a scale there, and I pulled her over and put her on the scale. She weighed 37 kilos. Now, that's not a whole lot more than a suitcase allowance in a major airline. That gives you an idea.
Yeah.
So, you carry on and keep it short.
Yeah, so when we were there and finished interviewing Lisel, doing a video, Nisa was there and I says hi. So when I asked what's happening, so then just a little clip, just say hi. And then we came home, and then when we arrived here, I said to Terence, that woman before, she's not like that. Can we help her? So
Well, at that stage we didn't actually know how we could help, did we?
So we didn't know how could we help. So the next day morning, we went to her house, and we interviewed her.
Now let's just describe. Don't gloss over the house and call it a house, because it was like a hovel, wasn't it? It was not tumble down, but no doors, no windows, and a dirt floor. No running water, no power, no CR. Now, you can call that what you want, but it wasn't very good. So we interviewed her and found out what?
Yeah, that she has a spine in the back, problem in the back, like that.
Everybody's got a spine in the back, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, like that, some big in the back, so we show her story.
Now, let me just explain what
you will be the one to explain that.
Some big in the back means. She said that she had a fall. How many years prior? 6 years, was it?
I think 6 years.
6 years. Don't quote us on this, but it was about 6 years prior. She had a fall on the stairs or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the stairs.
She'd had a fall and she'd hurt her back. And since then, this thing that looked like a fist had been growing out of her back. And she was getting more and more bent over, like this, bending over. And she was having difficulty breathing. And logic will tell you that the more that you bend over and constrict the lungs, the harder it will be to breathe. So, we took a photograph, didn't we? Was that the day that we took a picture?
Yeah.
We took a picture which has become quite well known now on Facebook. Not on Facebook. Well, on Facebook too, but on YouTube.
Yeah, we do a video for that.
And we did, but we took a still picture and we took a video. And she just pulled her blouse back down at the back, and we took a picture of her back, which, as I say, looked like a fist was growing out of her back. And you can still see those pictures, I think. So, we took the picture and we told her story. And that started an avalanche of help that was based on, we would like to help to give surgery to this lady. And that was the idea, to help her get into a normal life. And that's what we tried to do. Well, the way that worked out is quite common knowledge now, and it's been done to death, and it's being done to death elsewhere. So we won't go into that now. But suffice to say that the people that donated to that donated for her surgery, and it wasn't for any other purpose than that. Now, they all agreed by their silent assent that it was a good idea to build a house, because how could we have this woman have spinal surgery and return to a dirt floor hovel? It just didn't make sense. So we made that judgment call, we announced it, we received common agreement, everybody thought it was a great idea, and we're delighted, and we built a house. Now we built a house, moved her into it, bought her a bed, bought her a mattress, got the cooking, the running water, and all of that, and spent over 100,000 pesos. So, yes. So then, on the night before the operation, Beth, did you text her or call her?
Yeah, I texted her.
You texted her. Texted her and said, don't forget, tomorrow, very early, down at the road, and we're going to Cebu. So be ready. But she said, "Where are we going?" Oh, not where are we going. Why are we going to Cebu?
Yeah, that's...
As if it was a surprise. So even at that stage, I think she was actually prepared to go to Cebu. But when Beth said, "It's for your operation," she said, "No, I've decided not to do that." And then the next day we had a big notification of a meeting of all of the relatives. And you can see all of this on video, so there's no need to go into it.
Yeah, so just shortcut it.
Shortcut it.
Yeah,
so what was the next thing then?
She didn't do the operation.
She didn't do it.
So let's cut that and let's move on.
I already said that.
Yeah. So just to make clear, she's not my relative, but we help.
And what else did we do?
Yeah, Lizal and Dondon, we buy groceries, 2 sacks of rice, and we handed money for them, and they're not relatives.
And we gave them help, and they were very grateful, and,
Yeah.
and it worked very well. It was a help project that worked very well.
Yeah.
So
after that,
I keep trying to get on to the next thing. What?
Let's make it short. It's too long now. After that is the Michael, the diabetic. When we built the paralyzed man's house and the 3 little girls' house, Michael is a neighbor of that family, you know, and they know, and they talk to us and says, can you help us, you know? So we bring her to the checkup, and when we bring him
to the checkup,
to the doctor for checkup, and then when we arrive there, the doctor tests the sugar and the, what do you call that? The glucometer cannot able to read, and the doctor says, because it was so high, it's very high, and the doctor says, if you will not came here today, possible you will be history. What do you call that? When you fall asleep and you will
in a coma.
Yeah, a coma.
In a coma.
Yeah, in a coma, and you will die.
I know a few people like that. They got their eyes open, but they're in a coma.
Yeah, so we pictured him, and then somebody sent gifts for his insulin.
But anyway, we took him to the hospital.
Yeah, we took him
to
the hospital.
It's a given that we got some help from our subscribers who are incredible, and they took pity on him, and we got him to the hospital, and we paid for his couple of days in hospital and his tests and all he needed, and we got him one of the little
we bought him glucometer,
glucometer
and some needle strips so that he can easily monitor.
Right.
So he's not my relatives, okay?
Right. So anyway, but she's explaining again. I told you we agreed we weren't going to explain.
No, I'm just telling you that it's not in the bloodline. Okay, after that we one of the member of the singing congregations in Obay texted says, the pastor there says, can you just inform us that one of his member son has been an accident, motorcycle accident, if we can help.
And
so we went to hospital in Tagbilaran.
How did we know about those people? We've missed something out, haven't we? We did the
we helped the Obay church, the singing congregation.
And how did we do that?
We raised funds. I think we raised around 25,000 pesos, and they use that for completing their house to the outer church so that there's a wall, and also they buy some chairs.
What's this?
And also comfort room, CR.
They had a comfort room.
Yeah, thank you for all your support. I don't know why
they call it comfort rooms. Those places
so
are horrible.
That's how we met the mother of the motorcycle accident boy.
She was the singing preacher.
The song leader in their church.
Right. Powerhouse singer.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, we went and we did our infamous hospital video.
Yeah, we gave 3,000 for that. Controversial.
And very controversial. And we gave her 3,000, so she didn't need anything else. Her hospital bill was being handled by Phil Health, and he was underage, so that all worked out very well. What came next?
That came next is Marifi's mom. We raised funds for her hysterectomy operation.
So what did we gave her 20,000.
Yeah, for laboratory.
That was for her upfront expenses going up to the hospital. She would require a certain amount of money to pay for the tests and to actually get in and get
Yeah,
well,
but
listed,
later she returned the 2,000 pesos, so it's
and
just
she returned
18,000.
2,000 that she hadn't used. But we then had to go up, and did we do a deposit for that? Or did we just go up and pay the whole bill?
Pay the whole bill.
So at the end of it, we paid a bill for, was it 90-something thousand?
It's around 68 for the doctor, 7,000 plus for the hospital, so it's around that. Because
So
there
anyway.
is a senior citizen and PhilHealth discount.
So we got the PhilHealth and everything sorted out. Beth did all of that in Taliban, and we were able to pay for that. Thanks again to our wonderful subscribers who are just beyond belief, right? But we had our friend who likes to be called Little Bit Rich, and Little Bit Rich, when we talked to him, said, I can send you 53,000, and he'd already sent us in different payments, he'd sent us 43,000, which we had saved up, and we had this 43,000 there saved because we wanted to go for a non-profit organisation, and we thought that we could do a foundation at that time. We've since found out that it takes 1 million pesos in a bond, so we're not able to do that. But we had that money saved, and it was our money. But there was no other money coming from anywhere else. Be quite clear on that. There was no other money coming from anywhere else. We had asked about it, and we had asked so that it would pay for the operation. It didn't come, so we put 43,000 we had saved, and we put that onto the final bill, and we paid the bill.
Yeah.
So we paid in its
It's too long
entirety.
now.
It's too long. Why is it as soon as I start talking, everything's too long?
Yeah, so after that, thank you so much for all the helps. After that is the pastor's wife. The one who have a glitter hand.
Aguita?
Enlargement,
Oops.
thyroid. No, it's not. I think, yeah. We met
Something
her.
like that.
Yeah. I met her during the overnight prayer, and every end of the month, there's an overnight prayer in the church to other island. So, the woman talked to me and says, I have this kind of problem that I need some medicine.
And she
because
couldn't afford the medicine, could
yeah,
she?
can't afford the medicine. So when little bit, it's redirect. When redirect stopped,
Another of our staunch supporters likes to be called, well, we call him Redirect.
Yeah.
Came and he put up the money so that she could have, did he say that he's going to pay that every month? Was that? I think that was it?
Redirect is one of the supporters who backed out from Nisa, for he promised to send 2,500 for a year for Nisa, but he backed out, and he messaged us and says that I will still continue sending money, but I want you to find someone that will appreciate my money.
And that needs it. Somebody
needs it and
that's
appreciate.
Needy. And we decided that she needed it,
Yeah,
for sure.
so
Is she a relative?
no, he's not. She's not my relative. So I texted the pastor there and says, how much is your computations of your medicines of your wife? And he told 1,480 something pesos. So I put it 1,500, and then since Mananglina has a tuberculosis, it's confirmed today.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, it's confirmed. So I allocate Mananglina 500 every month, and also Nanay 500, because I just feel that Nanay will be happy for it.
Honey, is your mother related to you at all?
It's my mother, okay.
Is your
Mananglina
mother?
is my sister. I allocate them 500 each, and the rest is for the pastor's
and
wife.
Mananglina is
My
related
sister.
to you?
My sister.
She's I suppose
Yeah.
I suppose that puts
Yeah,
her in
so
our
the
bloodline.
pastor's wife is not is not on the bloodline. So after that is grandpa. Grandpa is not related.
How did we find out about Grandpa? Whose grandpa is he?
Grandpa is the grandfather of
Michael's.
diabetic Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, he's also located near the building site of the paralyzed man's house and the three little girls' house.
Right.
So when we go there, he also starting going to church, at Pastor Timio. And then one time in the church, the wife of Grandpa says to me, I have something to tell you. And he
Now
says,
keep it
what?
short now.
Yeah.
Honey, come on. You're not, who do you think you are? Me?
Yeah, and I said, what? And he says, can you help us? Because he cannot able to see. And I says,
He cannot able to see.
yeah, he difficulty on watching, on seeing, you know. And I says,
Yes.
and I said to her,
That's difficulty on watching. I love it.
and I said to them, I will not promise, but I will do a check. We will bring you to check up, you know. And then when we have an available funds, we bring him to the optical, and then it found out that he has a cataract and not able to.
Well, we went in and we spoke to the
Yeah,
optician and we
optician.
said, Doctor, he has difficulty in watching.
Yeah, and he says
the
he
doctor
cannot
said,
able
"I
to see,
understand."
and then the doctor says eyeglass is no more good for him.
Well, he gave him a free eye test, didn't he? He was actually very good.
He's
that
a
guy.
very good man.
He was a good man, and when I tried to pay him, he said, "No, there's no payment." Anyway, because of that, we ended up going to the hospital, and we found a surgeon who has said that he is willing to do the operation for, what was it, 10,000?
Yeah, at first he says actually
first it was-
15,000, and I said, Doc, we're here to help only this man. We're not related. We just want to help. And then the doctor said, okay, 10,000.
Said I can't do it for less than 10,000.
Yeah.
We said, well, that sounds pretty good to us. So we're supposed to call tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Oh,
is
he
the
has?
operations of
So-
Grandpa. Grandpa is not my grandfather. He is not
He's-
my related. It's just the name Grandpa.
You're excusing yourself again.
Now, please like, comment, and subscribe on our bloodline.
Oh, wait a minute. We haven't talked about
Oh, Pastor
Lovely May.
Timio. No,
We
this
haven't
is...
talked about Lovely May. We
Wait.
haven't talked about Pastor Timio's
Yeah.
house. We haven't talked about grassroots.
Yeah, okay. Pastor Timio. We have our ongoing project is Pastor Timio.
Right.
And Pastor Timio is my brother. And then
Heavy,
yeah, he's my
he's
brother.
my brother.
Yeah, but he's deserved for it. After that, our another ongoing project is Grassroots Pastor Gilbert. From the very beginning, we tell that Pastor Gilbert is my brother-in-law. Because the wife is
Actually,
my
that's
sister.
a coincidence. He's my brother-in-law as well.
Yeah. But, you know, their life is very messy.
Well, you don't have to believe us on that. You just look at the video.
Yeah,
And,
look at the video
and
from the very beginning.
The house that they were living in was literally about to fall apart. It's hard for people to understand how people can be living in a house which is actually falling apart. It just is incredible. But so we got him building his house, and he's doing very well. Now,
Yeah.
we also did a video today showing 2 other houses that are there. One that 3 years ago they started the house, ran out of funds, and just like a concrete shell is standing there. So we would love to be able to go in at some point and finish that house so that we can knock down the tumbled down wreck that they're living in at the moment. And there's the dancing man from the singing dancing congregation, and his house is a complete mess, and I've got to shut up.
It's too long now.
It's too long. It's too long.
Yeah, so that's our ongoing project. And then also
Does the time
Lovely
go
May.
faster when you're talking?
Lovely
It
May
does?
also is Lovely May is my niece. And then Pastor Timio's daughter. And then we
Honey,
give her money.
Are you trying to screw my ear?
Yeah, we
off?
give her money to go to Tagbilaran for the biopsy, and we will not give a detail because she will be the one to reveal what's the result of that.
Right.
Yeah. So please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube
That's
channel.
what we've been up to, and this has
Yeah.
been a
This is
multitasking conversation.
This is the bloodline
The
update.
bloodline
Bloodline.
update.
Bloodline. I'm going to sing for you.
No. Anyway, let's not make this too long. This is a foreigner living in the Philippines trying the hell to get out of here.
Oh no!
Bye bye for now.